I'm happy to share about the history of the food. Actually, Pad Thai is not 100% Thai. Yes, because in the history, the Thailand, the cooking method is just to grill and to boil. Do you know stir fry is from China?
Yeah.
Thailand have a lot of the Chinese migration. So the China and the noodle and the stir fry technique was brought by the Chinese people who migrated to Thailand. But the sauce that made from tamarind juice and the palm sugar, that is the ingredients that we can find locally in Thailand.
Welcome back to the ROCC Pod, presented by the Royal Oak Chamber of Commerce. I'm John Gay from Jagging the Trade Podcasts.
I'm Lisa Bibby with Century 21 Northland.
And I'm excited today because we are talking food. Siri Pipat from Kacha Thai Market, been open for about a year and a half now at this point. Welcome to the show.
Thank you, Sean, and thank you, Lisa, for having me here.
Can you talk to me a little bit about your passion with the Thai foods and culture?
Yes. I moved here 20 years ago. At first, I struggling because, I tried to find Thai foods, the good, authentic Thai food. And back in 20 years ago, not many Thai restaurants open. And actually, I cannot find the food that is exactly the same as the taste that I growing up with because of a lot of limitations. Back in 20 years ago, not a lot of the import foods come in, so they have to use a lot of local, and the restaurant, they have to, do some a little bit of fusions because not many customers know exactly the authentic Thai taste, and sometimes it might be too strong for them to take. So that's how I struggle, and I've been trying to find a good Thai restaurant that doing the real authentic the taste the same way that I'm growing up with.
How old were you when you started cooking?
Actually, I cook for the rest of my life. I cook when I'm in Thailand also. I have the passion of cooking. And actually, my family, we do some business about the food as well. So yes, we do a farm business. So we do a lot of cookings also. I learned it from my mom. I learned it from my grandma. So it's more like local, authentic cooking.
So Siri, you told us offline, obviously, the food is authentic Thai food. It was voted best restaurant in Royal Oak. So there's no doubt about the quality and the authenticity here. But you had told us offline that you really enjoy meeting other chefs and food enthusiasts from all different types of cultures, right?
Exactly, yes. Because, I have a chance to get to know a lot of different communities and then meet with different owner of the restaurant from the different, ethnic culture. So like the Philippines, Indians, and, Chinese. And then we get a chance to, talk together. And I'm joining their community events. So sometimes, I cook the food for their cultural events, and we have a chance to talk. I even have a chance to talk with one of the Mexican owner, the restaurant owner in Royal Oak, and we're thinking about to do some of the fun nights, Mexican and Thai fun night together.
Ooh, that sounds fun.
Yes.
There's a lot of great international restaurants in the area, so we're really grateful that you are there as well. Now, how did you choose the name for Kacha Thai Market?
That is very good question, and I'm so excited to tell you where that's come from. Actually, Kacha means elephants in Thai. The elephant represents Thai culture. The elephant is a symbol of the royalty.
When you had mentioned, too, that it's more of a restaurant, even though the market is in the name, do you sell some of your goods there as well?
That is the point. Because our concept of this restaurant is the street food. So in Thailand, where you can find the street food is that you have to go to the street markets. And when you walk in the market, you can find a lot of street food. So that's how I come with the name of the Kacha Thai Market.
I love it. So you've talked about making authentic Thai dishes, Siri, but I know you also have a passion for sourcing local ingredients. How do you combine those two things of making authentic Thai dishes but also getting ingredients here locally in Michigan?
Exactly. I have to admit that even though we're trying to keep the authenticity, but because of the distance, because the climate of Michigan and Thailand, it's totally different.
Right.
We have a joke of the Thailand that, we tropical country and that we have 3 seasons. We have hot, hotter, and hottest. Only the season we have. And Michigan, we have a long winter, so we cannot find the tamarinds from the backyard, just like the same way that I can find in Thailand. We cannot find palm sugar, and with the sauce as well. So I have to admit that for those ingredients, I have to import it from Thailand.
Mm-hmm.
But I still try to use the fresh ingredients in local. So all our vegetables and the meats that we use are local. And then we try to avoid to use the canned products. So we use a fresh vegetable and fresh meat in our restaurant.
Have you been to any of the Asian grocery stores? Because I know sometimes they'll carry like unique vegetables and things.
We did, and then in our restaurant, we not substitute the Chinese broccoli with the American broccoli. So we still use a Chinese broccoli in our restaurant. Even the cost is slightly higher, but to make the dish complete, so we still use that.
Nice. So talk to me a little bit more about what your signature dishes are and if there's any special items that set your restaurant apart for some of these other Thai restaurants.
Yes, we do. The Pad Thai, definitely. Every restaurant, Thai restaurant, Pad Thai is one of the main dishes. But our signature dish, the Pad Thai signature dishes, we do wrap in the omelet style.
Oh.
Yeah. We made the omelets very thin. To make the omelet very thin until you can see the noodle inside, and we make it here. And the reason that we bring this menu in because it's become very popular in Thailand. There is one restaurant that got the Michelin-starred. You have to get in the long line to have this Pad Thai in the omelet wrap. But here in Michigan, we are the only one who have this menu, and then you don't need to get in the long line. You can just come to our restaurant and order with us.
As we're sitting here and we're recording right before lunch, which was probably a bad idea because I'm scrolling on your website right now and all the food looks absolutely delicious and it's making me hungry.
Yeah, your website is amazing and it makes me want to just jump in and start eating everything off of there. It's so good.
Yeah, Lisa and Sean, not only the food that, I can guarantee that the taste is authentic and the look of the food as well, because I'm trying to present myself as the authentic Thai restaurant. So the presentation of the food, I'm trying to imitate the one that is served in Thailand. So if you see my Pad Thai in the omelet wrap, so the plate that I use, you're going to see the flowery style, and it's more like a platter. So that is how they use in the local in Thailand as well. I got that cheap from Thailand.
Very cool. Your website looks great. And I know, in talking to you before the podcast, I know social media marketing is important to you too. It's such a competitive space, the restaurant industry. But how important is social media marketing to you, as well as your website, in such a competitive space?
Yes, I have to admit that right now the social media goes so far.
Yeah.
And me, myself, even though, when I born or, when I was younger, it's not so much social media, but there's a lot for me to catch up.
Yeah.
What we're doing, we're trying to invite the influencer to come to try the food in our restaurant, because we quite confident that we're going to be able to give them the great experience and great food. And then they can help us tell the audience that, how good is our food and how good is the experience. Because when you come to my restaurant, so when I'm thinking about the concept of this restaurant, not only the food that I care about and thinking about, I'm thinking to bring all my customers to Thailand without purchasing the airplane ticket.
I love that idea.
So when you come here, you will see the wallpaper. I make the wallpaper that, have all the pictures of the street food market in Thailand. So you can see how is the street food market in Thailand. And also with the music and the decoration in the restaurant, it just takes me to Thailand.
I want to go. I have a client who's in Thailand right now, and I'm always like, well, where are you at now? What are you doing?
Yes.
Because it just is an amazing place. I love that you're bringing that here to Royal Oak. Now, do you get involved in any partnerships or events that involve the local community?
Yes, I do. I did get involved with that a lot. Not only we are the restaurant that's serving the food in our location, but we also do some corporate events and caterings as well. So we recently just did the corporate event for 150 guests at the Madison Rooftop in the Detroit downtown.
Nice.
Yes. For the APEC organization, the reason that they chose us because they want the food and the experience of the guests to be like more like the Asian international foods. And so we have to display, and as you mentioned, I try to connect with the different international chefs. So display, I can have a chance to display the masala, to display the, like the some of the sushi, or, like, so bringing all the ethnic foods in that event also.
Yes.
And we also are a member of the Royal Chamber of Commerce and Madison Heights, Hazel Park Chamber of Commerce, Thai Community, Asian Pacific Chamber of Commerce, and we are looking to join the Hispanic Chamber of Commerce soon.
Nice.
We are also working close to the Oakland tribe to promote our business and cultures. Within last summer, we just host a small group networking that the host between the Madison Heights Chamber of Commerce and Oakland tribe, who let the member try our food and know some history of the dish. And we do some demonstration cooking as well.
We are certainly big fans of the Royal Oak Chamber of Commerce as well as Oakland Thrive, and of the Royal Oak Chamber partners with neighboring chambers as well. So we're so glad to hear you get involved. Being a restaurant owner is hard. Being a business owner is hard. Being a restaurant owner takes it to another level. So in addition to all the day-to-day stuff, in addition to the catering, in addition to all the organizations you're involved with, do you have time for any other future plans as we look to 2025?
Oh, but trust me, John, I have a lot of plans in my head because I'm not doing only the business here. I'm trying to promote the culture as well, because I think that, like Thai culture, they have a lot of beautiful culture that I want to represent. And to represent that, I can represent through the foods. Believe me or not, every single dish has the history. And then I'm happy to share about the history of the food. Actually, Pad Thai is not 100% Thai. Yes, because in the history, the Thailand, the cooking method is just to grill and to boil. Do you know stir fry is from China?
Yeah.
And Thailand have a lot of the Chinese migration. So the China and the noodle and the stir fry technique was brought by the Chinese people who migrated to Thailand. But the sauce that made from tamarind juice and the palm sugar, that is the ingredients that we can find locally in Thailand. So to blend those together, so that's why it's created the Pad Thai. And actually the Prime Minister back in the 1930s, he used the Pad Thai as a campaign to foster Thai nationalism and to modernize the country.
Wow, that's fascinating. I never knew. I always thought Pad Thai originated from Thailand. So it's fascinating. It must have been his big marketing plan that kind of pushed that forward. And now we just associate Pad Thai with Thailand.
Yes.
We're going to switch gears on you now, Siri, and we're going to ask you a fishbowl question of the day. We pull a totally random question to ask you. Lisa, would you please pull today's fishbowl question?
Let me dig in here. Okay, Siri, would you rather give up social media or texting for an entire year?
Wow. As I mentioned before, I still have a lot of the big learning for the social media. So I can skip social media, but I cannot skip text.
Oh, interesting. I thought it was going to be the opposite because social media is so important.
It's so important, but it's still big learning for me because, yes, I'm learning, I'm about, mid-40 toward 50. And in my time, it's not so much social media and I still need to catch up with those.
Okay, I think I've got a solution here. You're going to keep the texting, but you're going to find influencers to come eat at Kacha Thai Market. Let them do all the social media.
Exactly.
That's a great plan.
So, Siri, I know you're online. The website is kachathaimarket.com, which, again, looks phenomenal. We're going to link to it in the show notes. Any other ways that people can reach out to you if they have questions?
Yes, we also have the Facebook and Instagram. And also, if they have any questions, we also have the restaurant email, kachathaimarket@gmail.com, that they can always send the message for any questions. Also, they can be able to call us as our restaurant at 248-942-4246. I'm pretty much here all day.
I would imagine so. You probably never leave. Most restaurant owners just wake up and sleep there?
Yeah, because I have the passions of what I'm doing, what I'm cooking. And then I'm so happy when I see my customer happy with the food. And when they ask about the food, when they ask how the food cooked, how the heat's from, I'm so happy to talk to them and chat him. And also, I want to add also that with the vegans customer and the halal customer, we also consider to them as well. We have a lot of menu for the vegans and for the halal customer as well.
Great to know.
Well, thank you so much for being on our show, Siri. Your passion for Thai food is so contagious, and I want to go eat some of your food right now. My name is Lisa Bibby, and I'm a realtor with Century 21 Northland. I put the real back in realtor. We want you to love where you live. Questions about buying or selling your home? Call my cell at 248-981-3610. And my website is soldbylisab.com. You can find me on YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, and Instagram at soldbylysab. Let's connect.
And I'm John Gay from Jag in Detroit Podcasts. I take the pain out of podcasting. Whether you're starting a podcast or needing help with your existing podcast, you can find me on social at Jag in Detroit or on my website, jagindetroit.com. Thank you for listening to this episode of the ROCC Pod, presented by the Royal Oak, Michigan Chamber of Commerce. For more information about the chamber events, or how to be on this podcast, royaloakchamber.com. Thanks, everyone. And Lisa, I think we've got a lunch date.
Yes.
Welcome all of you in.
Yes, we got to put this on the calendar.